Hi, it's Sandy Holterhaus, your Rec Center Dietitian. Today I'm making a Bran Flax muffin, and I'm really excited because I'm going to show you a way that you can use up some other ingredients in your kitchen that you might normally waste or pitch. So what I did was I juiced carrots and apples and some lemon for my juice this morning, and then I saved the pulp that I created. If you don't have a juicer, don't fret. You can go ahead and cut up your apples and carrots to put into your muffin. But otherwise, if you do have the juicer and you're making that pulp, you might as well save it and use it up as you're making a muffin or some other type of dish like a meatloaf, that type of thing. So I've got my dry ingredients already mixed together here. Again, I said this is a Bran Flax muffin, so it has flour, it has flaxseed, it has oat bran in it as well. If you're not familiar with oat bran, you can buy it in the cereal aisle. I think Quaker makes it. You can buy it in the health market, probably Bob's Red Mill or Hodgson Mill, one of those brands. You can also, if you happen to go to any of the little Amish or Mennonite stores here around Iowa, you can buy it in bulk there. So I tend to try to do that when I visit those shops. So I've got my oat bran in there as well. Of course, you've got your agent for raising the dough for a quick bread. So I've got baking soda and baking powder in there and some salt. And when you're making a muffin, you just want to have kind of a well in the middle of your dry ingredients, and then you have your wet ingredients mixed together. I've got a couple eggs, I've got milk and vanilla and some oil in here, and I'm going to go ahead and pour that into that well. So there's a little bit of science in baking, as you've probably heard, and a lot more art in cooking, so you can be a little bit more creative when you're cooking on the stove versus baking. You don't want to add the wet ingredients to your agent too soon, so you don't want to add it to the baking soda, the yeast, the baking powder too soon, or you'll get that rise before you actually get your dough into the oven. So I'm just stirring this in here together, and I'm just using a fork. It's okay to have it a bit lumpy. It doesn't have to be a perfect blended, kind of like brownies. It doesn't need to be perfectly blended. So you can see there, I've got that mixed in. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that pulp that I created. And it calls for about 3 to 4 cups. And again, this is adding just to that oat bran, which is a lot of fiber. You're adding a lot more fiber when you add in your apples and carrots. And again, I've got some lemon in here, and I'm not too concerned if it's a little bit chunky in some places. If I have some bigger pieces, that just makes your muffins a little bit more interesting. So you can see I've got that pulp stirred in there, beautiful colors. I had green apple and red apple, a little bit of lemon peel, and those carrots as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some walnuts to mine as well, about a cup of walnuts. I will post this recipe with this video. Again, they're called Bran Flax muffins. I did cut the sugar down by half. It called for a cup of brown sugar, and I just put in a half a cup. I think with the apple and the carrots, there'll be plenty of sweetness in here. So I've got that mixed in. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And then I've got my baking cups here with my little liners already in them. And usually about 1/3 of a cup works really well to divvy out into your muffin cup. And these are going to be a little thicker, a little heavier than some of your, cupcakes or lighter muffins. So I'm going to go ahead and get those dished out and get that baked. And these muffins are great for breakfast. They're also great for if you're having a meal like with a soup or a stew and you just want something kind of on the side, a little carbohydrate or bread. This gives you all that fiber that you want. So that's Bran Flax muffins. Again, I'll post the recipe with this video, and enjoy.